We're always hearing about how certifications are the fastest way to climb the career ladder in IT, but honestly, it feels like a jungle out there. If you're looking at a list of top courses for 2026, where do you even begin?
You start with the gatekeeper, CompTIA. They're a huge deal because their certifications are vendor neutral.
Okay, so let's start with the foundation. CompTIA is a global leader in these vendor-neutral certifications, and their A-plus credential is widely considered the mandatory starting point for anyone entering IT support or systems administration. To earn it, you have to pass two rigorous exams covering everything from mobile devices to networking and security.
Exactly. The vendor neutral part is the secret sauce here. Unlike a Microsoft or Cisco cert that locks you into one ecosystem, the A-plus proves you're a versatile Swiss Army knife who can walk into any office and fix a Dell laptop or an iMac without blinking.
That makes sense. That's about fundamental skills.
It's more than that. There's a common misconception that you need a 4-year computer science degree to get your foot in the door. The reality in 2026? Employers are looking for competency over credentials. The A-plus is designed to test hands-on troubleshooting. It tells a boss, I can actually solve the problem while the user is staring at me, which is a skill a textbook can't give you.
So, A-plus gets you in the door. But once you're inside, you need to connect the machines, which brings us to the next logical step in the ladder, networking.
Right. And this is where people start building a stack.
Once you have the basics, the path splits into networking and server management. Network Plus builds on the A-plus foundation by focusing on installing and troubleshooting basic network infrastructures, while Server Plus is a more advanced, mid-level cert for people with 18 to 24 months of experience who want to build and support server hardware.
Right. But don't let the entry-level label on Network Plus fool you. It's a significant step up in difficulty. CompTIA actually suggests getting your feet wet for nearly a year in a support role before even attempting it, because the concepts are much more abstract. You're not just fixing one machine anymore. You're dealing with the invisible connections between all of them.
It's all about building that layer of marketability. But even the best run network is useless if it's vulnerable, which leads us to the most high demand sector right now, security.
Absolutely. This is where the real action is.
Finally, we have the security heavyweights. Security Plus is the baseline for network security experts, covering things like access control and infrastructure. But for the veterans, there's CASP, the Advanced Security Practitioner Cert, which moves into complex areas like risk analysis and enterprise-level security integration.
What's fascinating about CASP is that it's not just about hacking or blocking. It includes business disciplines. It's for the person who needs to explain to the CEO Times why Times $1 million security investment is necessary for the company's survival. It's a completely different mindset.
I see. So it's less about the tech and more about the strategy?
Exactly. If you look at the progression from A+ all the way to CASP, you see a clear narrative. You start by fixing a single PC, move to connecting 100 PCs, then securing that connection, and finally, managing the risk for the entire organization. It's a complete career blueprint in 5 steps.
It really is a comprehensive roadmap for anyone looking to dominate the IT landscape by 2026. So if you had to boil it down, what are the absolute key takeaways for someone planning their certification path?
First, remember that vendor neutrality is your superpower. Being platform agnostic makes you valuable everywhere. Second, think in terms of the golden trio. Combining A+, Network Plus, and Server Plus is the most powerful way to show employers you have a broad and solid foundation. Third, security is the high-growth lane. With cyber threats constantly rising, Security Plus is more critical than ever. And finally, respect the process. While A+ is a great starting point, the advanced certs like Server Plus and CASP are designed for pros with real-world experience, and that's what makes them so valuable.